In this video, we're going to explain everything you need to know to travel to Sicily. The most complete video you'll watch today about this incredible island, covering Palermo, Taormina, Syracuse, Agrigento, Mount Etna, and the best tips. So let's get started. Sicily is not just another region of Italy. It's almost a country in itself. It's a giant island in the middle of the Mediterranean, with a unique history, Greek, Arab, and Norman influences, spectacular street food, paradise beaches, and the most active volcano in Europe. It's an intense and unforgettable journey. Let's start with the main attractions, the cities and regions you can't miss. The most common entry point is Palermo, the capital. It's a chaotic, vibrant, noisy city full of life. The first stop is the historic center. Visit the Palermo Cathedral, which is an incredible mix of styles. But the hidden jewel is next door, the Palatine Chapel, inside the Norman Palace. It's a small chapel, entirely covered in golden mosaics. It's breathtakingly beautiful. The ticket for the palace and chapel costs about 19 euros, but the heart of Palermo is its street markets. Go to the Ballarò market or the Vucciria market. It's a riot of shouts, smells, and flavors, where you'll taste the real Sicilian street food. To get to Palermo, you can fly into the city's airport. On the other side of the island, we have the most famous and touristy city, Taormina. It's the jewel of Sicily. It's a chic town, perched on a cliff, overlooking the Ionian Sea and the volcano. The main attraction is the Teatro Antico di Taormina, the ancient Greco-Roman theater. The view from the theater, with the sea and Mount Etna in the background, is one of the most famous images of Italy. The ticket costs about 15 euros. Afterward, walk down the main street, Corso Umberto, full of luxury shops and cafes, and take the cable car, which costs about 6 euros round trip, down to the beach at Isola Bella, a beautiful island connected to the beach by a strip of sand. Near Taormina lies the giant of Sicily, Mount Etna. It's the highest and most active volcano in Europe. It's an unmissable trip. The best way to go up is by car or with a tour. You drive to the Rifugio Sapienza, the tourist base, which is at almost 2,000 meters. From there, to go higher, you take a cable car which costs 50 euros and then a special 4x4 bus, which costs about another 30 euros. It's an expensive trip, costing almost 80 euros per person. But standing on top of an active volcano is a unique experience. Heading down the east coast, we arrive in Syracuse and its magical island. Syracuse was one of the most powerful cities of ancient Greece, more powerful than Athens. Visit the Parco Archeologico della Neapolis, the archaeological park, to see the Greek theater and the Ear of Dionysius, a cave with incredible acoustics. The ticket costs about 15 euros. But the best part is the island of Ortigia, which is the historic center. Get lost in the narrow alleys, see the Duomo, which was built on top of an ancient Greek temple, and walk to the Fountain of Arethusa at sunset. In the south of the island is the most important historical attraction, Agrigento and the Valle dei Templi, the Valley of the Temples. It's an archaeological park with the best preserved Greek temples outside of Greece. The image of the Temple of Concordia, standing perfectly, is surreal. The ticket costs 12 euros. The golden tip is to visit in the late afternoon. You'll catch the sunset, the heat is less intense, and the temples are illuminated at night. It's magical. Finally, if you have time, include Cefalù in your itinerary. It's a charming beach town near Palermo. It has a beautiful Norman cathedral and a great sandy beach for relaxing. An important tip that will save you time and money is to buy tickets for attractions and tours in advance. Buying on the spot is always more expensive, and the most famous tourist spots like the Valley of the Temples and the Syracuse Park can have long lines in the summer. We'll leave the link on the QR code on the screen and in the description to the site where we always buy tickets and tours for the best price. It's the largest tour site in the world and has practically everything there. Tickets for the Valley of the Temples, the Archaeological Park of Syracuse, and most importantly, the guided tours to go up Mount Etna with 4x4 jeeps, all at the best price, and you can buy in any currency, saving on fees. And they have free tours that are great, like walking tours of Palermo. And remember that in the link below, we always organize everything you need to plan your entire trip for the best price. The sites we use to plan our trips, and that have everything much cheaper: international travel eSIM, travel insurance at half price, tickets for all the attractions we mentioned, the good and cheap hotels we've stayed at, the car rental comparator which is essential for Sicily, and the global account to carry euros paying much lower fees. And the links already contain automatic discounts, as we are always updating them, so save this page to your favorites and use it when planning. It will make your trip much easier and save you a lot of money. When is the best time to visit Sicily? Sicily is in the far south of Italy, so the heat is intense. We strongly recommend avoiding the months of July and August. Temperatures easily exceed 40 degrees Celsius, It's a dry African heat. And the island is packed with European tourists, and prices skyrocket. The best times are spring, from May to June, and fall, from September to October. The weather is perfect. Warm enough for the beach, but pleasant for exploring the ruins. Spring is beautiful, with the fields all in bloom. And how many days to stay in Sicily? Sicily is a huge island. The distances are long. To do the basic loop around the island, the bare minimum we recommend is 10 days. But to do it calmly, without spending all day in the car, the ideal is 14 or 15 days. This gives you time to stay 3 nights in Palermo, explore the west, then 4 nights in Syracuse or Ortigia, 3 nights in Taormina to see Etna, and 2 nights in Agrigento before returning to Palermo. Staying in a good area will make your trip much easier. The strategy in Sicily is to have multiple base cities. The first base is Palermo. We recommend staying in the historic center, in the Calza, or near the Massimo Theater neighborhoods. You'll do everything on foot. Avoid staying near the central station, which can be chaotic at night. The second base is on the east coast. Here you have a choice. Taormina is the most beautiful, romantic, and luxurious option. Waking up with a view of Etna is incredible, but it's the most expensive city in Sicily. If you want to save money, you can stay in Giardini Naxos, which is the beach town right below Taormina, or in the large city of Catania, which has more cheap hotel options but lacks the same charm. The third base is in the southeast, and for us, it's unmissable. The island of Ortigia in Syracuse. Stay in a hotel or B&B on the island of Ortigia. It's magical to wake up and walk through those alleys at night. To visit the Valley of the Temples, you can do a day trip from another city, or sleep one night in Agrigento. We recommend staying at an agriturismo, a farm stay, in the surrounding area with a view of the temples. We created this custom map, which explains exactly which is the best region in each of these cities. If you stay in this marked area, you can't go wrong. We'll leave the link to this map here on the QR code on the screen and in the video description. We created it on the hotel site we always use, as it always has the best prices. There, you can put in your travel dates and see all the hotel options within that location, at the lowest prices. We'll also leave links to the hotels where we've stayed. In every destination, we always recommend one that is very cheap and super well located, and another that's a bit nicer, in the same location, but a little more expensive. They are great options. An important tip to save on lodging is the advanced booking strategy. The good affordable hotels in Taormina and Ortigia sell out very quickly. This is why we love using this website. Besides having the lowest prices, it has free cancellation. You can book as early as possible to guarantee a much lower price, and if you need to cancel later, it's super easy and costs nothing. Now let's talk about transportation. How to get around Sicily. Let's be direct. For this itinerary, the best way is to rent a car. The attractions are very far apart. The train in Sicily is slow, old, and doesn't reach all the main sites. The buses, like Interbus and AST, do connect the big cities, but you would lose a lot of time and couldn't stop in the villages. A car gives you the freedom to go from Taormina to Syracuse, from Syracuse to Agrigento, and from Agrigento to Palermo. The golden tip is, do not use the car inside Palermo. The traffic in Palermo is among the most chaotic in the world. It's madness. The best logistic is, arrive at Palermo Airport, take a taxi or bus to your hotel. Spend your days in Palermo on foot. On the day you leave Palermo, go back to the airport to rent the car. This way, you get right on the highway without driving in the center. Another important driving tip, many towns like Ortigia and Taormina have ZTLs, or limited traffic zones. Check with your hotel about where you can park. For those renting, the most important tip is to book in advance online using a price comparator. It's always much cheaper. We'll leave the link to the comparator we use in the description. Mandatory documentation for travelers. To enter Italy, which is part of the European Schengen area, you need 2 things. First, your valid passport, and second, travel insurance. Unlike the United States, travel insurance in Europe is mandatory under the Schengen Treaty, with a minimum coverage of 30,000 euros. They can ask for proof of your insurance at immigration. We never travel without it. And in the link in the description, there's the comparator we use that always finds the insurance at half the price. And be aware, soon, an electronic travel authorization called ETIAS will also be mandatory. So check on that before you travel. Let's talk shopping. Sicily is famous for its crafts. The most iconic purchase is ceramics from Caltagirone. You'll see the teste di moro, those colorful ceramic heads, everywhere. They are beautiful, but they are expensive and heavy to bring in your luggage. Another famous purchase is pistachio products. The best pistachio in the world comes from the town of Bronte, on Etna. You'll find liqueur, pistachio cream, and pesto. In Palermo, buy Sicilian puppets, the pupi. And in Taormina, Corso Umberto is full of luxury shops and coral jewelry. And the tax-free tip applies to the whole country. Ask for the tax-free form on purchases over 70 euros in the same store. Validate it at the kiosks at your last airport before leaving Europe. And for those who are new here to the channel, welcome. Our mission is to help you travel more and better around the world. If you're enjoying it, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It helps us a lot. Speaking of gastronomy, the food in Sicily is, in our opinion, the best in Italy. It's an explosion of flavors. You have to try the street food in Palermo, arancino, which is the fried rice ball, stuffed with meat or ham and cheese. It costs 2 euros and is a full lunch. The panica meusa, the spleen sandwich for the brave. And the sweets, the cannolo, the famous fried pastry tube filled with fresh ricotta cream. And granita, a slushy ice served with a brioche for breakfast. Ask for the almond or pistachio. The classic pasta dish of Sicily is pasta alla norma, with tomato sauce, fried eggplant, and salted ricotta. For restaurant suggestions, in Palermo for the best street food, go to Eni Franco u Vastadaru. It's cheap and authentic. For a mid-range meal in Ortigia, Syracuse, we recommend Trattoria La Foglia, which serves fresh seafood pasta. It costs about 40 euros per person. And for a luxury dinner in Taormina, with a view, Tishi Toshi is incredible, but expect to spend over 100 euros per person. And how much does it cost to eat in Sicily? Sicily is much cheaper than Rome or Milan. A full Big Mac combo costs about 10 euros. A bottle of water at the market costs less than 1 euro. A local beer, Messina, costs about 3 euros. A budget meal, like an arancino and a cannolo, costs less than 5 euros. A full dinner at a simple but delicious trattoria will be around 30 euros per person. And the tip? Service is usually included. And the coperto, the table charge of 2 or 3 euros, will already be on your bill. The tip is not mandatory, but it's kind to leave a few euros. What about nightlife? The night in Sicily is focused on long dinners that start late, after 9 p.m. In Palermo, the Vucciria market transforms into an open-air bar with loud music and cheap drinks. It's a street party. In Taormina, the night is chic. The plan is to have an Aperol spritz at one of the bars on Corso Umberto. In Ortigia, the night is about walking along the waterfront and drinking wine at bars with a sea view. Traveling with kids? Sicily is great for kids. They love the Valley of the Temples in Agrigento. It's like a giant park. They love the food. Who doesn't like pizza and gelato? And the ascent up Mount Etna is an unforgettable adventure. It's like being on another planet. The beaches in Cefalù or San Vito, Lo Capo are also great for them. Combining your trip? Sicily is so large it's a trip in itself. The most obvious combination is with southern Italy. You can take an overnight ferry from Palermo to Naples and explore the Amalfi Coast from there. Another option is to take a ferry from Pozzallo, in southern Sicily, to Malta, an island country that is only 90 minutes by boat. If you liked the video, like and subscribe to our channel to always travel more and better around the world. Thank you very much and have a great trip.